It has been long that I have interacted with you with the informative video. So I decided to dedicate this particular interaction of ours in dealing up with what is called the core theme that is related to geography, geographical study. The physical principles of geography, physical geography, world physical geography, you can identify it in any perspective. We all are aware of the fact that it is a very crucial topic when it comes to our optional geography and have got a significant say in our general studies main examination also, specifically in the paper that is Geography of World. We do agree that the representation of this topic in prelims examination, which also reads a topic in general studies paper 1, geography of physical geography of world in India, have not been given that much of representation in the question paper directly as hardcore physical geography part for last few years now, but still it is important for us to understand that till the time it is there in the syllabus, the best thing that is there in my hand is to be aware of it. When I talk about physical geography or physical principles of geography, what exactly are the points that we need to always keep in mind? If I am aware of it, I am definitely trying to revise it. That physical geography is the study of realms of our environment. And when I talk about realms of our environment, it is lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere that we take into consideration. These are the 4 realms with which we are concerned. So when I take reference of these 4 realms and associate my study with it, lithosphere directly correlate to geomorphology. That is the study of landform feature. How crucial it is that geomorphology is essentially concerned with land. I take study of geomorphology largely with land. I become concerned with oceanic crust when I am taking study of hydrosphere, because that goes with oceanography, and this is where we take up the reference of the study of submarine features. So when you are trying to understand the content matter, when you are trying to understand the content matter, you should be very clear with what exactly you are willing to study. Lithos, outermost layer of planet Earth, it is studied as geomorphology in a major part, because geomorphology is study of lithosphere, nothing wrong. But is it studying complete lithosphere? No. Lithosphere includes oceanic crust and continental crust both. And once I take the reference of lithosphere includes oceanic crust and continental crust, what comes as a very important kind of an attachment for us to take into account? What are the building material? When I take the reference of this building material, I easily pick up lithosphere is made up of different types of rocks. And as I think about rock, a very important type of question that I have seen students not doing justice to is what I have selected here. Supposedly I am encountered with a question, so I'll come back to this page again. Supposedly I have encountered with the question which is asking me to write about metamorphism, process types. Supposedly I have encountered this type of a question. What exactly I need to do, how I will do justice to this particular question. The first and the foremost thing that you should keep in mind is metamorphism is the process of converting existing rocks in new rock. Existing rock in new rock. The processes that is correlated leads to development of type. तो आपको क्या करना चाहिए? आप सबसे पहले define करो metamorphism. As I said, that metamorphism is defined to be the process that modifies existing rock. Once I take the reference of metamorphism, after defining it, automatically every of us will write, it incorporate foliated and non-foliated categories. There will be hardly any one of us who will miss out on this. And if we are missing out on this, then we are absolutely not done with our information about metamorphism. So you introduce your answer with metamorphism as the process which tends to modify the existing rocks into renewed version. Metamorphic rocks are principally classified on the basis of their texture, not composition, because it largely incorporates different types of existing rocks, leading to the development of same type of metamorphic rock. So you have introduced, you have talked about foliated which is identified with clear planar element, and non-foliated is identified with unclear planar element. You have given this information to examiner. I am counting it as introduction. So once we are done with it, what we have to do? I have quickly created the diagram so that we can save our time. As soon as I take metamorphic process, I have to justify the three determiners of the metamorphic process. That is where we derive our content matter from geology and talk about grades of metamorphism. Grades of metamorphism can be correlated into these 5 categories, wherein partially melted granitic rocks are largely missing in terms of planet Earth. So what you have to actually do, बहुत आसान diagram है, फटाफट बनना चाहिए आपके आंसर में. You have plotted increasing pressure, you have plotted increasing depth, and you have plotted increasing temperature. So you can see that low grade metamorphism, let me give them number. If I ask you to take metamorphism grade, because once you have defined what is the process, you need to talk about the grades of metamorphism. How many grades of metamorphism technically is demarcated? It's 5. Diagenesis is that grade of metamorphism which basically involves lowest pressure, very low, no say depth, because you are taking it up with the account of location here, and quite low temperature. It's actually the beginning of metamorphism rather than real metamorphism. Diagenesis is the level where we take the changeover from sedimentary to metamorphic. So it's actually lower than low grade metamorphism. जैसे आप लो ग्रेड, इंटरमीडिएट ग्रेड और हाई ग्रेड मेटामॉर्फिज्म को इस डायग्राम में देखते हो, इट ऑटोमेटिकली गिव्स यू द अंडरस्टैंडिंग लो ग्रेड, इंटरमीडिएट, हाई ग्रेड इज इक्वल टू कीप ऑन इंक्रीजिंग प्रेशर, डेप्थ, टेम्परेचर. बिकॉज मेटामॉर्फिज्म का डेफिनेशन भी तो यही बताता है ना, दैट आई एम रिन्यूइंग द एग्जिस्टिंग रॉक बाय इंड्यूसिंग इट टू द प्रेशर, टेम्परेचर, एंड बाय डिफॉल्ट इट विल बी इन्वॉल्विंग डेप्थ. Once you are done with this, you have created such strong foundation of your answer that your answer don't go out of your hand. And then what you do is, you take the reference of types. So आपने क्या करा, आपने definition में एक part of process बता दिया, आपने definition में process बताते हुए grades of metamorphism बता दिया, then it becomes easy for you to handle types. अच्छा, टाइप्स में भी कुछ डायग्राम्स आपको दिखाने थे, इसलिए फटाफट पहले बना रही है. द फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ मेटामॉर्फिज्म इज कॉल्ड कॉन्टैक्ट मेटामॉर्फिज्म. कॉन्टैक्ट मेटामॉर्फिज्म इज रिलेटेड टू द प्रोसेस ऑफ द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक्स व्हिच आर कलेक्टिवली रेफर्ड एज ओरेल. You need to understand it is coming from the term aura, something which is with high temperature. Note carefully, high temperature and low pressure tends to develop the metamorphic rocks like hornfels. They correlate with, you are having igneous intrusion present here, and all these dots that is being demarcated is representing orole. That is the metamorphic rock type which is contact metamorphism. Mind it, contact metamorphism is a type of metamorphism that is not related to high pressure. It is something which is related to high temperature. कॉन्टैक्ट मेटामॉर्फिज्म का एक वेरिएंट हम ऐड कर सकते हैं. हमने लिस्ट इवेंचुअली क्रिएट की है, बट आई विल जस्ट राइट इट है. कॉन्टैक्ट मेटामॉर्फिज्म कैन ऑल्सो बी कोरिलेटेड विद हाइड्रोथर्मल मेटामॉर्फिज्म. आपको लिखना तो अलग चाहिए बिल्कुल, because when I take up in the deeper aquatic environment, we all know what is hydrothermal vents. Hydrothermal vents tends to generate out a variant of contact metamorphism which is relating to the very high temperature prevailing into the deeper aquatic zones where pressure will be comparatively higher. That is the reason it is counted to be different. So you can count it different, you can count it with this. So first major type of metamorphism is contact. Hornfels is very good example of contact metamorphism that tends to combine very high temperature but very low pressure. So this is very important definition that you write. Then we have added regional metamorphism. Regional metamorphism relates to extreme pressure. If it is relating to extreme pressure, I don't think I need to write. They are correlated to plate boundaries. All the types of plate boundaries relates to rock deformation, and rock deformation tends to develop regional metamorphism. So regional metamorphism is not that prominently associated with temperature as much it is associated with pressure. Difference अपने आप ही आ गया. यहाँ पर एक important variant ऐड होता है जिसको कहते हैं cataclystic. थोड़ा सा पेज को readjust कर दें ताकि सारी information दिखाई दे. When I talk about cataclystic, it very clearly takes into account the shearing strength. तो मतलब लिखते समय आपको छोड़ना तो नहीं चाहिए. छोड़ोगे तो you are somewhere cutting down on your maximum marks. तो क्या करो? Regional metamorphism लिखो. Regional metamorphism में justify करें that it is related to the active boundary, and every type of active boundary will be generating deformational stress. When I talk about cataclystic, like I talked about hydrothermal, I see overlap. Contact metamorphism, hydrothermal metamorphism में overlap दिखता है. बिल्कुल वैसे ही regional और cataclystic में overlap दिखता है. Only difference is cataclystic goes with the shearing stress and thus will be much typically associated with ट्रांसफॉर्म बाउंड्रीज. तो आपने एक ज्योग्राफिकल डायमेंशन का स्पेसिफिकेशन दे दिया यहां पर. ऑटोमेटिकली यू हैव क्रिएटेड अ बेटर आंसर. वी ऑल्सो टॉक अबाउट, आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन यू हाइड्रोथर्मल, सो इसको टिक कर देते हैं. हाइड्रोथर्मल को आप सेपरेट भी लिख सकते हो, हाइड्रोथर्मल को आप एसोसिएट भी कर सकते हो विद contact metamorphism. Both the ways it is correct. So hydrothermal is something which is related to deeper aquatic environment. So because I have listed it separately, I can certainly write. Then comes in burial. Burial by default will be going up with either the destructive plate boundary or the continuous burial principle of superimposition of the development of overlying strata. जैसे ही आप burial की बात करोगे, I think it comes very clear. It will be related to high pressure with temperature. यहीं पर ही डिफरेंस आ गया ना आपका रीजनल मेटामॉर्फिज्म और बरियल में. बरियल डू इनकॉर्पोरेट इंक्रीजिंग टेम्परेचर. And the most unique type that we largely miss out in our answer writing, and then we crib, we have not got the marks. We wrote about metamorphic rocks. Of course, we write about it. It's something which is very basic topic. And I very sincerely believe easier topics and basic topics is what we precisely take for granted, possibly. And that is the reason we don't justify the logical answer. Shock and impact are rare type of metamorphism because it involves extraterrestrial agents, and we very clearly takes into account the impact craters to be related to it as an example. अभी हमारा recent example आ गया ना, lunar lake. If I go and try to judge out the types of rocks that are there with this one of the new Ramsar sites of our country, it very clearly gives me the excellent example of impact shock metamorphism. I think this gives you the justification that you have to evolve a full-fledged perspective precisely to make the answer. You know, it is something that has to be taken, and I think I have been the very strong and vocal supporter of it. Till the time I am not comfortable with the content matter, I won't be in the position of writing the answer. It's as simple as this. आपको जितनी क्लैरिटी डेवलप करनी चाहिए आप उतनी करते नहीं हैं. आप चाहते हैं आप फटाफट से 1 नोट, 2nd नोट्स, 3rd नोट्स को जंप ऑन करते रहे. You don't try to consolidate it. और जब आप एक बार कंसोलिडेट कर लो, I don't think this becomes difficult. एक बड़ा बेसिक क्वेश्चन लेकर आपको समझाने की कोशिश करी है that as a simple question as rock type, maybe we normally do blunder, and I think all of you right out there will be understanding that शायद मैं इसमें से एक या दो टाइप नहीं लिखता या लिखती, because I never gave a thought to it. Either it would have been hidden inside or I would have safely missed it out. तो अपने आप ही आपका quality of answer थोड़ा सा deplete हो गया compared to your competitor. This is what you have to work on, right? I go to page 1 again. So physical geography, the study of lithosphere, geomorphology, one sample case I have made you understand. Hydrosphere, oceanography, I have not decided to take any from here. Atmosphere takes me to climatology. I'll be talking about in the subsequent video lectures about such minimal topics of these which I'm not covering here. And I just want to insist on biosphere. Biosphere with environment geography. So I'm talking about the biosphere. Let me write it completely. Biosphere correlates with two topics of our syllabus in terms of physical principles. एक तो biogeography है और दूसरा environment geography है. दोनों में hardcore conventional parts तो definitely हैं, उसके साथ dynamic part का बहुत major burden. Because you have got this topic environment, ecology, biodiversity, climate change in your general studies, both in main and prelims, you somewhere find it that I know I'm equipped with some of the factual things that goes with this particular head, agreed. But there are some of the very elementary things that we largely miss out on it. And just to prove it, I want to open that page. When I talk about ecology and ecological study, the very elementary thing that comes up into our approach of analysis is ecological niche. And when I talk about ecological niche, I identify what is the basic formal most definition. Let me just talk about it. Is defined to be the role of an organism. मतलब बिल्कुल basic point में अगर हमें biogeography में niche के बारे में बात करना है तो we simply say it is the role that an organism plays in a given ecological setup. Because the role that organism is playing in a given ecological setup is determined by different factors. This is related to number one, the habitat that it occupies. So for me to play the role, I need to be specific with the habitat where I survive. Do I survive in isolation? No, I have got competitive relation with other specimen. तो आप जैसे ही इकोलॉजिकल निच का ये वाला डायमेंशन को पिकअप करते हो, what exactly you create out is this. And this is what you have to take as the base. ध्यान से देखो, scholars like Grinnell, Elton and Hutchison, these are the scholars that have given us the appropriation and updation, I'll say improvement of the expression called ecological niche. आपको करना क्या है, इकोलॉजिकल निच के इंट्रोडक्शन में यू हैव टू टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन स्पेशियल और हैबिटेट निच. मतलब थिंक बियॉन्ड दैट कन्वेंशनल डेफिनेशन दैट गोज अप विद niche. Yes, it is the role that is played by an organism, but is niche only role? It is also trophic level niche. And what I am insisting right now is, as biogeographers, we very strongly talk about ecological niche has to do with the principal type called spatial or habitat niche. This is where you take the distinction of environmental gradient and population of the specimen, separating, segregating optimum zone from the zone of intolerance and zone of stress. ध्यान से देखते जाओ, number 1, number 2, number 3, and so here 1, 2 and 3. When environmental gradient is extremely low, अब आप यहाँ पर low value ले लो, यहाँ पर आप high value ले लो, because we are plotting many things together, बहुत सारी चीजें, temperature, precipitation, soil, acidic, pH value. I am taking everything that goes up with the environmental factor. Is it not that this diagram makes me so clearly understand कि ecological niche के definition में मुझे spatial dimension तो देना पड़ेगा. When I am occupying the habitat which is the most optimum for me, my role by default will be different than the stress zone. और notice करो, intolerance zone में population is almost zeroed. Organisms do not thrive. तो जैसे ही आप इकोलॉजिकल निच का आंसर लिखो, आप शुरुआत ही करो स्पेशियल एंड हैबिटेट निच से, टेकिंग द डायग्राम दैट इज क्रेडिटेड टू Grinnell started it, Elton enriched it. Hutchison is more related to classifying the ecological niche type. So I am not counting him as the contributor to this diagram. What exactly is the base that I create for myself? I give myself the understanding that niche का definition सिर्फ ये कहना role played by an organism is incorrect. And what you have to justify that every organism incorporate different optimum zone, and wherever the optimum zone for the organisms overlaps, then evolves competitive relation, and this is where we take into account, बिल्कुल यही वाला डायग्राम को अगर हम दोबारा से रिपीट कर दें, realized is equal to fundamental niche for which specimen stronger. For the weaker specimen, I want to purposefully use a very different color. For the weaker specimen, ideally, ध्यान से देखो, ideally, this was its fundamental niche. This was its fundamental niche, which proves to be less than realized niche. ऐसा क्यों? Because it is weaker competitor. तो ये क्या करेगा, इसका जो niche है, it will mark up its confinement right. Are you understanding it? Shade कर दिया और applied it right here. बना answer. You save your time and you save your space by giving examiner such clarity of the diagrams. हमने एक बड़े simple 2 set of questions को discuss करा, metamorphism या niche. अब आप खुद सोचो that if you try to take this perspective, you definitely are creating out a logical understanding and a confident writing. तो कैसे marks नहीं मिलेंगे? आराम से मिलेंगे. You have to take the understanding of that. You know, that makes all the difference between the good scorers, qualifiers of the examination and the reattempters. Because we don't realize where are we lacking. We just simply believe that we have understood everything. We don't judge ourselves by attempting the questions asked in examination, trying to create out the answer for every question for every topic, because that is the mandatory. I hope I have made you understand with these 2 very base topics that I have taken. Now, many students have been requesting me about this. I'll try to be regular in giving you more such snippets of information when it comes on to the answer writing for geography. Yes, before I bid you goodbye for this particular interaction, 21st November, we are beginning up with our new batch of geography optional. It will be the last batch for this particular year, beginning from physical principles of geography. Time slot is the same, morning and evening. Details are on the website. Do feel free to contact us. Admissions are open right now. Hope to see all of you who have not yet attempted your preparation for geography optional to be right there with me. Bye-bye from my side. Happy learning. See you for the next.